While we're talking grass, another thing I've seen a lot of people do that really is bothering me is they overseed their pastures, they overseed with cover crops, this, that, and the third, instead of allowing the natural grass bank to kind of do the work for them. If you think about how nature is set up, typically in a healthy environment, there is some sort of leaf cover over the ground, right? Like, even if it's not the best in terms of viewing grass or best in terms of, I guess, for your animals tasting grass, there's always some level of grass in an area where you have pasture. But typically, a lot of people will overseed, and well, it really goes back to they don't allow the grass to run its full natural cycle. If you let grass grow, grass is going to form a seed head, spread its seeds, and then drop its seeds, die, wither away, and then the cycle continues, right? As that first stalk dies, the second level comes in and everything like that. A lot of times, pastures are not allowed to reach that seeding stage. They aren't allowed to get long enough to where they form a seed head and to where they actually drop their seeds on the ground. So then a farmer has to come back around and buy the seed and put everything on some kind of spreader, and they spread it out. And the same thing with compost, right? They take and they go buy compost and they spread it out, right? And if you're doing things the natural way and you allow that grass to rest long enough, one, it not only allows itself to seed for itself, but think about how much more blade of grass you'll have to sequester carbon down into the dirt. And anybody who's doing a grazing operation should understand ecology at least a little bit, to understand that grass pulls carbon down into the soil to make the soil have more organic matter and feed the microbes in the soil. That's why people put compost. You're not putting the poop out there because you want to put the poop out there. Putting the poop out there because it's carbon, it's organic material, and those microbes feed on that organic material and make the soil better. And it all goes back to what I said about mitigating your costs, mitigating your inputs, right? If I'm allowing my grass to grow and I'm using the latent seed bank, I've brought in my pigs and they've tilled up the soil, and this new grass, these ancient grasses have started to sprout, and then I allow them to grow enough to where they drop their seeds again to create another seed bank, while also allowing them to build the soil with the microbes that they're pulling in the carbon they're pulling from the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Not only is that making the air better for me to breathe and for the animals to breathe, but it's also making the dirt better. And since the dirt's better, the grass is going to get better, and that cycle is going to be regenerative in its own right. I've said it before, if you follow the natural way that God set things up, you typically get an abundance of some kind from allowing those things and stewarding those things to where they work in the right order. So stop buying seeds, allow your grass to rest, rotationally graze, which allows the poop to hit the ground, the microbes to soak up the poop, the carbon to be pulled down, the grass will drop the seed, and you won't have to go back and buy seed and compost again. And be patient so that it could actually pay off. Don't think it's going to happen overnight.